Good morning.
My
Tuesday
song went off
morning. It is
good.
the Empowered Morning Show. It's a great day to be empowered. And when I tell y'all, honey, I woke up this morning with a nothing but God spirit. And
Me too.
Sparkle in her prayer this morning was talking about nothing but God. So
Yep.
that lets me know
Look
that
at God.
God is on time all the time. But do you trust him? Do you believe him? We always talk about I believe God, but do you really?
Do you
Do you
really?
really
Do you
believe him?
really?
Do you really put your trust in him? Do you really know that God is going to work it out for your good no
Do you
matter
really
what?
know?
No
That
matter
is that
what.
that is a topic by itself. Do
All
you
by
Oh,
really
itself.
do you really know? Are you still going through that? Your mind to try to tell you something different. Like, do you know? Do you really know? Or are you just over here hoping and a praying? And do you believe in your prayers? Because a lot of us pray, you talk a whole like we are some big talkers, boy. We will talk and talk and talk.
For
But
real.
do you really know? Or if
no.
somebody come and trigger you, that it changes your whole that they tell you no, or the question doesn't come the way you want it to come, and it throws you completely off. When you believe and trust God, nothing and nobody can throw you off.
Look,
Let me tell you, for the big or the small, a lot of times we may say, okay, well, I trust God on, this little small thing because, it's not going to require as much, or, well, God, I'm sure this right here be okay. But big or small, you got to have trust in God. If he did it before, he would do it again. If he did it for Sparkle, he can do it for me. If he do it for Reverend Pat, he can do it for me. We got to have it in your spirit that God is an on time God, and it's his time, it's not our time. We
Um,
get so caught up in, I want it right now. Society has made us get into the microwave era where we want everything right now. If when I put my phone on, if it's not automatically going to the page that I'm trying to pull up, I'm like, what is going
what's
on?
wrong
Why is
with
it
you?
taking so long? It may only be 7 seconds, but I'm already like, wait a minute, what's going on? Why are you not already connected? That is how we feel everything should be in our lives. That we're supposed to just wake up. What Beyonce say, I woke up like this, flawless.
mm-hmm.
That's not always the case. Everything is not going to be flawless. It's not going to be that you wake up and it's automatically like you want it to be, but God.
but
But
but but
no,
it's
a lot of
still
times,
like how worse it could be. Like everybody, like we cry over a situation that does not need tears for. You're crying because he left you or she walked, we're no longer friends. But then you say you trust God and you believe God, but you crying because he left. Like, do you not know people won't leave unless God allow it to happen? Like, either they are doing what God told them to do, or they're being disobedient. Whichever one, that's none of your business. That's not your part to figure out whether they're being obedient or whether they're being disobedient. That's not, I'm putting double on me trying to figure out why. I
Well,
don't need to know why. Not when I trust and I believe God. I trust and believe God with my whole heart. Lean not to your own understanding.
yeah.
Which he gave us that word for a reason, because he said, you're not gonna understand. You're not gonna know why it happened or why this. But this is the blessing. It's still a setup, because even when you didn't know why, later on it all comes together and you like, oh, that's why, God. But if he try to give you because he said, I know the purpose and the plans I have for you. So it's still his purpose, and this is the plan.
Always. But
Always.
uh, we opened up with, do you really believe? And a lot of things that we say is just church speak. You heard
Yes.
somebody say it, it's just church speak. We repeat it because the pastor says it. We repeat it because the deacon made it. Repeat it because
Bless
our
and
grandma.
highly favored.
Yeah, it's just
Do
church
you know
speak.
what that means?
And God just doesn't eat. God's not acknowledging church speak, because he's looking beyond your words and searching your heart. And we don't get. So I can say, we can all raise our hands every morning and say, I believe, I believe, I believe. And get off of this live and make a post. I don't know what this is happening to me. It's church speak. And it's because you've been in church 100 years and it's just the thing that you do. But when you really believe, look, I don't never have to say I believe. He knows I believe. He knows through my actions. Because if I believe, I'm not falling out over every little thing that happens to me. I really am not. I'm doing just what Sparkle did. I'm lining it up with the word. Whether they go, stay, visit, it doesn't matter. Whatever he does in my life is going to work out for my good. I don't have to know.
Work out.
I don't know how. I don't have to know why he did it. I don't have to know what the reasoning was. All I do is word on it. Whatever happened, that job didn't come. Guess all things work together for the good of those who love the Lord. I love the Lord. That's gonna work out for my good.
It's gonna work
Because
out for my
there's
good.
somebody with a better job down the road that I have no clue, because God sees my today, tomorrow, and forever. God's not just cooking up stuff for Angela for Tuesday. He's not just cooking up stuff for Sparkle or Tuesday or for you. He already knew what your day was going to hold. He already knew who was going to leave. He already knew who was going to stay. And he already knew you were going to act a fool.
He knew you was going to act a
He
fool.
knew. And the thing for me is, I think it blows my mind that we sometimes, even in the midst of saying, I believe God, I trust him, I know it's working together for my good, I know it's going to be all right, we still get caught up on who left me 25 years ago. We still get caught up on, wow, so you rejected me and you told me no. And so why will I start another business because nobody supports me?
That nobody supports me mess, that right there. When God give it to you and they don't support, that's still none of your business. That is either, again, I'm going back, either they being obedient or they're being disobedient. Whichever one is, God, I'm good with it. Because you said I would never lack. You said that that I shall live and not die. And living is living in God's purpose. Living is believing him and trusting. Most people think I will live and not die. The dying is saying, I give up. I quit. Now you and died another vision that God has. You have quit another vision that God has given you. So that's death. To him, that's death, because you're not living out my purpose. You're not living out the purpose that God has for you. You're not living in the vision that God has you. You're saying I believe God, but you over here crying every single day. You're not living. And the more you don't live, the more things die in your spirit, because we're soul, we're spirit, we're made out of spirit. So how do you want to continue to die in those different spirits?
Well,
Those different callings, those different visions.
well, you may be talking about something that people haven't, either in their spiritual immaturity or because of their environment, have not yet embraced. Because when you say you're not living out God's will for your life, what we don't understand is until you surrender fully, God can't make anything come to pass until you fully surrender to him. And that's difficult. Why? Because we are emotional. We immediately get in our feelings over stuff, and we don't know how to shift to the spiritual. You have to be mature enough to shift to the spirit. If you still crying over somebody that broke your heart 20 years ago, you've not grown spiritually. You've not embraced who you are in Christ. You've not trusted that God has someone better for you. You are dying, per se, in your emotions. So
Yep.
we may understand what it means to just live an abundant life, because that's what Jesus died for us to
Good
have,
morning,
an
Tina.
abundant life. Now, how do you define abundance? What do you think an abundant life looks like? See, for me, an abundant life is peace, joy, love. I don't have to have $1 million in the bank. The
And that's
fact
for
that God
her.
shows up for me
That's
every day,
that's for
that's
her. That's
for
her
me.
abundance.
That's my abundance. What
because
somebody
it
else
looks
feels
different.
like is an abundant life may look very different. Now, it may look different, but it may not be what God has in his plan for you. And that's when we get thrown off and confused, and because we're not getting what we want. Does that make sense? Because
Mm-hmm.
God's not really, God's not sitting there, well, Sparkle want a brand new car. Let me go on and give it to her. Sparkle may need to understand or to realize that I need you to appreciate what you have now before I elevate you
Yes.
to me.
Get out of my business. Get all
You
the way out of
understand what
my
I'm
business.
saying? God's gonna work. God's gonna work according to his time. He is not, this doesn't matter to him. Your time.
And
You think your time is, I'm getting too old. I'm getting to this. No, you're not.
Mhm.
As long as you are breathing, you have an assignment on your life. Caleb was
It
80
made me
years
thinking about that
old.
song. As long
As
as
long, 80 years
I
old.
am
God
breathing.
came to Joshua at his old age, and he told Joshua, you're old. You're very old, but I got an assignment for you. So anything that God says in his word applies to me, to Angela, to you, to Spark. I'm never going to be too old to be used by God.
come
Never,
Never. And
come
it's
never,
on.
and it's never going to be too late. I'm never
never going
too
to be too
late
late.
to do what God. It's never too
Amen.
late,
Because it's a
because
mindset that you
yes,
shut down before you even get to what this is my thing. I think that I want people to get today. Even if you don't have $1 million in the bank, enjoy today. Even if you
yes,
don't have the husband, enjoy
enjoy
today.
Today.
Even if you don't have the business, enjoy today. We get so caught up in going and going and going to get to what we feel like success looks like that you don't even enjoy it. You're tired. You're super exhausted. You're running around here like a chicken with your head cut off. Somebody tell you anything, you all panicking and stressed out and overwhelmed because we live in a society now where having anxiety is the norm.
Yeah,
yes,
that's no,
yes,
it's not normal to
For
have
people to say,
peace.
oh God, I got anxiety. That's normal for the average person. But why? Why is that? Why
why is that
do we
normal?
allow ourselves to make anxiety normal. When the Bible says, you don't worry. I'm going to go back to Miss Phyllis. She said, yes, the fruits of the Spirit represent abundance to me as well. Cynthia said, that's what I had to learn, and now life is beautiful. And Cynthia, I'm glad you said that. I'm going to use
Now
Cynthia
she can
as an
see
example.
life.
Cynthia,
Yeah.
as an example, I remember when we
Yes.
first started the show and she was coming on and she was saying, how she never really, after going through a divorce and dealing with different things, never really lived life, just
Mm-hmm.
went through the motions.
Mm-hmm.
Baby, my girl just came
But
back from
look
Paris.
at Cynthia
My
2025
girl
up
just
in the
came back
Paris
from Paris
streets.
last week. That
Don't,
You know what I'm
Cynthia.
saying? And she said, I wanted to go there since I was a little girl. Where is the little girl or where is the little boy in you that wanted to do something, but you keep blocking it? You keep denying it because you say you want it, but do you really trust God? Do you really believe God that you can have the desires of your heart? You sit around and you allow different things to keep you. Somebody told you when you was little, get somewhere and sit down, and you ain't opened your mouth since. You ain't did anything since
You
then
ain't you
because you
you
you don't
have
want
shut
somebody else to get
down.
on to you.
It's the truth. Part of my healing process came, what the most difficult part of my healing process from childhood trauma was allowing God to show me that I had not surrendered the younger me,
Me
the
too.
little girl, the teenager that was exposed to domestic violence and all of the, a lot of things. I had morphed into Pat. I had become Pat. That was who you saw. That was who you met. All of that. But Gail, which is my middle name, never surrendered everything to him.
Yep.
That was a startling revelation. But once he revealed it and I surrendered her and said, I don't want to carry this anymore. I don't want this buried down in me, stuff being triggered. I don't even understand. I'm thinking I'm good. Pat is good, bro. Pat is good. She know the word. She da. Once I released that and allowed him to heal the little girl in me, I've been operating on 1,000 since then. And many
Mm-hmm.
of us are hanging on to and have not. We're giving part of ourselves to him, the one that you see, the
Mm-hmm.
one that Angela sees. We're not surrendering the one that's truly hurt, the one that truly needs healing. That when all of these cameras go off, you go stand in the mirror and you go, man, I wished I looked as good as Sparkle did today. Wow, we begin to question ourselves. But that's that other. That's somebody, like Angela said, spoken to your life that said, sit down and be quiet and don't be heard. No, you want to
Yep.
live like, if you believe God for anything, believe God when he says, old things are passed away. All things have been made new. Not some things in me. All things
All
have been
things.
made new. So whatever they said, whatever they spoke, that's gone. That's eliminated. This abundant life that Jesus died for us to have. And I know some people will look at this and I don't want to hear about Jesus. Well, I don't mind talking about Jesus because folk
Yeah.
ain't talking about Jesus enough anymore. He died for you to live an abundant life. He left you with, Angela said, anxiety ridden. I've been diagnosed with severe anxiety. I don't walk around severely anxious. When I feel that coming on me, I go, think on these things. Think
Mm-hmm.
on things, not on things of the earth. Be anxious for nothing. I remind myself with the word, be anxious for nothing.
But
Nothing.
in all things.
But in all things, give what? Thanks. Thank you,
Yep.
Lord.
Yep.
Thank you,
And I
Lord.
have learned to stop.
Yeah.
Like if you would be amazed what think like how your mind will shut off when you say, nope, 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 nope. Let's stop. I'm gonna breathe in God and I'm gonna breathe out everything that's not like God. I'm not over here waiting to exhale. I'm not gonna sit here and wait to exhale. So I'm gonna wait to blow up. I'm a wait to, and what? Why am I waiting to exhale when I can just stop, take a breath, breathe in God, breathe out everything that's not like God, get my mind stayed on Him, get my purpose back into alignment. So, it's so crazy because this morning God said everybody's ready to have these waiting to exhale parties. Okay,
Who?
why are you going back to this waiting to exhale? Like, why are you wait? Like, what are we teaching people? You teaching
Really?
people? Yes, it's what
You serious?
I can send you five. Probably they got the new graphics for it. They have everything. Waiting to exhale. Let's have a waiting to exhale party. I wish I
Well, we
would
gone
wait
way back to that.
that we have with way because mindsets, as long as they can keep you thinking of worse things. This is what, like, that's the world's motive. The world has a purpose and a plan for your life too. So the world wants you to keep thinking, oh, life is just so hard. Oh my gosh, I can't breathe. That's what the world wants you to think. So they're going back to this waiting to exhale life. The devil
Wait,
is a
wait, wait,
liar.
wait, 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 wait. I'm thinking about the movie Waiting to
Yes,
Exhale.
that's
I'm
what
trying
it
to
is. And
figure out.
everybody, we replay that movie
But,
again. I like the movie.
but
I think the movie was a
I
good
like the
movie.
movie, but the message of the
It was for
movie.
entertainment. Like, we gotta start using this mind. It was for entertainment. That was an entertainment. It wasn't for you to live your life waiting to exhale, waiting to blow up, waiting to do these crazy things. That's not what it was for. We don't put things in its right order. It was for entertainment. Watch the movie, get a little kiki, and go on. Don't let it soak into your spirit.
Wait, whoa.
Yes.
Are we talking about
So
the
you didn't get
same?
something paired up this morning.
Hold on. Whoa.
As
Are
soon
we
as I
talking
get
about
off, I'm gonna send you a waiting to
me?
exhale party and what it looks
Yeah,
like.
yeah, because I'm gonna talk about that in sister. We're talking about the movie where the
Bring
girl
me
is
because
throwing
it's
on.
working my nerves. This is like, I think
The
when
girl is throwing
you have
on.
working so hard, and some people that's going to these waiting to exhale, you have worked so hard to get where you are, and then you can go to a party that will throw you back to back then.
To back
Because
then. I
that's
mean,
behind you now.
the movie was good. But we're looking at the storyline in the movie. Even when she did meet somebody, his wife had cancer, he was married, and da. How are you excelling? What is this?
You're waiting
Okay.
to blow up. You're waiting to
Let
like,
me
I
talk to
can't
my
wait to
granddaughter.
exhale. No, I'm gonna breathe in God, and I'm gonna breathe everything that's not like God. Because I don't know about you, but I can't afford to go back to her. Like, I can't afford to go back to that waiting to exhale mindset. I can't. You might can, but I can't afford it because I'm going to live and not die. I'm going to live
Yes.
out the rest of my life. It's
Yo.
going to be the best days of my life. I know how to surrender, and I'm surrendering. I know how to inhale and exhale everything that's not like God. I wish you would try to say, girl, I know you just waiting to blow up. Who? Who? Girl, I mean, because if you think about the things that God has brought you through, He has brought you through so many things. So many. He has made a way out of no way every single time. And you want me to wait to exhale?
We're not doing that.
I'm not doing that. And that's where you have to get, that's believing God. Believing God is saying no this time. You're not letting them tell you no. You telling them no, no way, no. This is not where this is not for me. When you get in an environment and you feel that it's pulling you down and it's stressing you, why are you still sitting there? Why are you still there?
Because you don't have to stay there in any situation. You do not have to stay there.
God has abundance.
Remember,
God has abundance for us,
girl, I'm just
but
not.
we have to believe in the abundance.
Look, I love you, Sparkle, and I trust everything you say. But you know, oh Lord,
I'm kind of flabbergasted at this moment. Like, wait a minute, I'm not understanding what's really going on.
And you have
I,
to have
I'm
people.
asking.
Like, I
No, I
promise
went to
you, if I
ChatGPT and
send
I'm asking
Angela an
ChatGPT about
invitation to
these
come to
parties.
my girls' nights out, and it's the Waiting to Exhale party, what she's gonna,
No,
I know Angela. She gonna say, okay, what is this? Like, help me. I
What we
mean, like,
doing?
I can see her now. I can see
What are
her,
we
like,
doing?
okay.
okay. According
That's what I'm doing.
I'm
When I
gonna
wrote
tell you something.
and searching, like, babe, I gotta find out what we talking about and what's
I
going
got
on in
this.
the world
Okay.
today.
So it says that on Instagram and Pinterest, you'll see visuals of sisterhood, silk pajamas, and soul deep conversations. The taglines are inhale good vibes, exhale the BS, or stop waiting to be chosen, choose you. These are
See, you went
capturing
to the
the
good version.
undertone of the truth. So, yes, this party isn't just about glitz or fun. It's about sisterhood, vulnerability, healing, and choosing yourself. The purpose of these parties, the real reasons women are organizing these events and why they're resonating so strongly is because they represent release, letting go of the past hurts, broken relationships, unmet expectations, seasons of waiting, and excelling that in a safe, supportive space. Affirmation, celebrating who you are, not who you've been waiting to become. It's an exhale of self-love, faith, and value. Connection, coming together with other women who get it, sharing stories, wins, losses, laughs, cries, wine, or tea. Intention, many of these gatherings double as transitional moments. I'm no longer waiting, I'm stepping in. They are helping to mark a season of change. Joy and celebration, because healing doesn't have to be somber. You excel into something. Sisterhood, laughter, memories, and light. All righty
Okay.
then. Okay. Now,
I'm glad
let's not put no
that was,
twist
because
on
I'm
what they're
talking about
meant
the
to be.
version I saw.
Let's not turn these into no man bashing, boo-hooing. Give me some Kleenex so I can cry about what happened 20 years ago over a glass of wine. Let me say this. The reason I looked that up, I trusted you, Sparkle. But the reason I looked that up is because in 2025, God is raising up Deborahs, real Deborahs, strong women of God, strong women who trust God, who have been through, and came out looking better and being better
Oh,
than they were before
absolutely.
they went in. So, but society will take those good intentions, whoever came up with this waiting to excel party, and turn it into a whole fest of men ain't no good. Da 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 da. He did me this, he did me that. But we've got to be conscious of where we are in 2025. Women have made too many strides. We are leaving a mark on our communities. We're leaving a mark on our cities and the nation. We cannot. 1997 is 1997. And I'm sorry, that movie was a good movie, but the depiction and the characterization of some women were not good. Even Sisters in 2025, if you ever watch Sisters, I've never seen that many dumb, college educated women in my life. Never, ever, ever.
Oh,
And how
and
many
I
times
like Sisters, but you telling the whole truth.
I like Sisters. I've watched Sisters, but I know women that have common sense that would never get themselves in the situations that they are in. It's a matter of mindset.
Because
And
it's a
not
choose me, pick me mindset where you feel like you're not validated if you don't have somebody right beside you as
Yes,
as the prize. This
yes.
everybody feels like this is the prize. And I know we talk about melanin in marriage, but at the same time, it's not that to say, woo, once you get married, you made it.
No, hey, that just
You
started
never
a
got
whole
to
new
the next
assignment.
steps. You got to the ultimate of all, whatever the ultimate is. That's
That's
not
a whole.
it. It's a whole different mindset. And the thing about it is, that we have got to get to a place in life where when you wake up and you get up in the morning, you are grateful and you understand that I am blessed because God allowed me to be here, that God allowed me to have breath and have life. And if Jesus said he came for it to be more abundant, I don't have time to be exhaling and looking at who did it and why they did it and why they didn't see my value, my worth. Do you know how many people are on the planet?
Yeah.
It's so many people on the planet. You caught up on one, or you caught up on 10, or you caught up on 20.
Yeah. That was the whole reason why I brought it up, because Nashville ladies 30 to 50 or whatever, it's a group of women. They said the caption was, he did me wrong. Like 2025, these niggas got me messed up. And I'm ready to have the wait to exhale party. Come join us. So it was saying, like, Reverend Pat version, it is a great thing. But I'm saying, they were saying, let's let the, like, we finna go in and like, we tired of these niggas doing this. I'm sorry for using the N word, but I'm just saying, I'm tired of men doing us any kind of way in 2025. We're getting ready to have this waiting to exhale party to get these men that keep doing us any kind of way, basically, was my interpretation. It could
I
have
would
been,
interpret it the
I'm
same
getting
way.
ready to breathe in sisterhood, and like, it could have been. But it's just different concepts. You're right.
Different
And, and,
concept.
and that's,
Different
and
concept.
again, I think it depends on where you are mentally, and where your mindset
It
is,
does.
and the people you surround yourself around. Because yes, it might have a great meaning, but I can guarantee you, if I just send an invitation to Angela and I just say I'm having a waiting to exhale party, because she is where she is mentally, she's gonna say, what we doing?
I already excelled. I already excelled. I think
Like, I can
the
see
first
that she goes turn her head sideways.
Mhm.
no, the concept based on what I just read is wonderful. I
Did
don't
it?
think it's I don't think it should even be called waiting to excel. I don't,
No,
because you're waiting for in
like Tina said,
2025.
it's a false reality.
Mm-hmm.
It's a false reality because
Tina,
basically I
yes.
would bust up in that party, the one that Sparkle talking about, and I would just point ask them, have you ever considered the fact that whatever they did to you, you allowed it? Because nobody can do anything to you that you don't allow. Period. You
Yep.
allowed it. You said
Yep.
yes. You kept picking up the phone at 3 a.m. You kept waiting for him to call when the wife wasn't home. You put up with the only seeing you after dark, not dark.
Dark
Where
And
is a
you
then
good
have
can't
one.
see. The
where
dark,
you
dark.
can't
Well,
see.
it's a different type of dark.
It's a different kind of dark, baby. It's a whole different kind of dark. And you allowed that. So if you want to empower yourself, then you say, I will not allow anyone, not let no Negro, whatever you want to call him. I allowed it. I'm no longer going to allow it anymore. I allowed this. Take the blame off of,
Take the
because
accountability on
take
yourself.
accountability for your action. Okay, it was good. All right, say it was good, and you did the fool, and now you know better. But come on now. You just gonna have a whole party talking about Negroes using you at 2025? You didn't learn nothing? You didn't get anything from it? Come on now.
And you don't recognize, because you know what, last week we talked a little bit about recognizing the green flags, not
Mm-hmm.
always the red flags. And a lot of times we get so caught up in these patterns of people who treat us any kind of way, because something inside of you, the little girl inside of you that you never healed, She willingly goes here because she's looking for love. She's looking for somebody to give her a hug or looking for somebody who says,
Yes.
baby, I love
Yes.
you. I want you to be my baby mama. I want you to have my child. And something inside of you is like, oh, he picked me, he chose me. But you keep choosing the same person who gives you the same results because you've never healed the child to say, I already see this as where it's going. I have enough discernment to know that if I get with you and lay up with you, the only thing I'm gonna get is a wet behind. I'm not gonna
That's
go
all.
further in life. I'm not gonna get happier. I'm not gonna exhale anything because I'm caught up in this cycle of thinking that what I feel down here represents my entire life. And it
And
should
it
not.
does.
Just like we said, men don't let your thing control you. Women, you got to do the same thing. It
Because
cannot
we
gotta,
do it
control you
too. They
because
try to
we will do it too.
we
When
do
you
it too.
allow, when you know the phone call coming through at 2 o'clock in the morning after they done rip around and did everything they gonna do, and they only call you when everybody else says no, you got to take responsibility for that. I'm gonna give Regina's comment
Put
here because
that
she
phone
said,
on D. Put that phone on D&D. Good morning. Your mindset is a mirror to who you are at the core. The way you think shapes the way you live, the energy you carry, and the love you give yourself. When your thoughts are grounded in peace and purposes show up in your posture, your habits, your discipline, and the way you speak life into others. A renewed mind creates a renewed life. Protect it, nurture it, and feed it truth because your mindset determines how you show up in every room you enter. Amen. But
Amen.
the importance of that post by Regina is why we do empowered morning shows
"Morning, Jamal."
because everybody is not there.
Good
Every
morning,
woman
Nicole.
is, hey Nicole, every woman is not there.
No.
Every saved woman has not had that shift in her mindset. So she needs things like the empowered morning show, hearing
Mm-hmm.
from other women, hearing from guests that we have. We keep attracting and tolerating the same type of people. It's a reflection of an unhealed mindset. Your energy teaches others how to treat you until you change what you believe you deserve. You'll keep repeating the same cycle. We in
Different
different, we
bodies.
all know that to be true,
And
but we are
and
not
you know
all
that
at that place.
attraction, what they
We
say,
are not in that place.
energy attracts. They know
Yeah,
that men
You
and
got to
women
get
know.
certain people.
I
You
know,
know how, like
oh,
you
I
said,
can get over on him. Let me go and grab him because I can run him. Like I'm telling you, women have it too. Like we
yes,
just
for
blame it
sure.
on the man, but we look at some men be like, you're a pushover. Yeah, I can push you over. I can take all your
I
money.
can get
I
all
can
this
do
back. Yes, it's
it's
women out there who already have that mindset. And Cynthia said, you ladies have definitely helped me. It is
thank you,
something about
Cynthia.
knowing who you
and I'm just
are.
gonna be frank honest. I used to have that mindset, and it
I know
worked,
I did.
and it worked, and it worked. I used to, but that mindset again came from a place in me, from my environment. But if because I don't want, we don't ever want to do a show where because we don't know who's seeing, we just see who's coming in. Where a woman, another woman, is in a place where she has not healed yet and make her feel even worse because he hasn't reached that place of healing.
Mhm.
That place of healing is possible, but what the Empowered Morning Show should do is help some light bulbs go off and say, you know what? That sounds a little like me. Let me
Mm-hmm.
think about it. Because every saved, and I'm sorry, every saved woman that says she loves Jesus Christ has not transitioned to a mindset of I'm worth more, my
Yep,
value is
I
worth
am
more,
enough.
I am I am enough, I am enough. She has not embraced who she is in Christ. And
Mm.
that's why these discussions are so important. There are moments when you can sense vulnerability in others, their light, their weakness, their truth. The question is, what type of person are you? Do you prey on it or do you protect it? True empathy sees people for who they are and never crosses their boundary.
That
Uh,
That's
right there.
good,
That's
baby.
we're gonna end that
That's
with the
good.
benediction. We're gonna let that be the benediction because you really need to think. The thing, if you don't get anything out of what we have talked of, we was broad. We have talked about a different subjects,
Right.
But the question is, what type of person are you? Have you took out time to stop and figure out, who am I? You know, we're quick to say, "Oh, I'm enough. I'm God's chosen. I'm picked." When you know those things, it's still some things that me as a person, still need some work to be done.
Yes. Yes.
I will forever be surrendering my thoughts to God, because those thoughts of, oh well, I can snap back into that old Missy. That those thoughts still try to come up, but I have to stop and say, is that still who, that immature little girl that you used to walk around with, not loving yourself, not understanding who you are, not valuing you?
That feels the need to be validated at every single point. And
Yes.
I think that that's where a lot of us as women, and men too, really,
Yeah,
but
men do
how
it too.
we operate in life, because you tell all your business because you need somebody to validate it. Oh, girl, you got that job. Oh, girl, you doing this. You overshare information, but what they say, move in silence, because nobody should have to put a stamp of approval on what you do but God. If he gave you a vision, who am I to go and ask somebody else to tell me, is this a good idea? What do you think? Well, how do I allow them to supersede what God does? How do I allow that to happen? It has to get to a place where you stop running your mouth and running around trying to get validation from somebody. They having an event, but I don't have a man. So what am I gonna do? Well, he just called me. Well, I
I
guess
will show up to mail and marriage events every single time. And I'm single and know I'm single, but I'm not single like that. I'm not a single minded. That's that single mindset that you have let the society put you in this isolation place that
yeah.
you can't be around married people. Girl, especially if you saying you desire to be married. If you desire to be married, but you are not ever wanting to be around married people, like that's crazy.
Oh my goodness. All right. I believe God. Do you believe God?
Yes, we have to go. This was good.
We
We're
gotta
gonna
get
have
out
to
of
pick this back up tomorrow,
here.
because really believing God is some work. You gotta work this thing. This is
Listen,
a
she's gonna do that too,
blueprint.
baby, and dress to kill. Like, baby, you're not gonna be able to tell who married up in this piece by the looks of it.
Girl, dressed to kill. You right, Cynthia. I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna make it Sunday. Today, on Sunday. Why? Because I if you want something, I desire marriage one day, soon. And if that's what my desire is, I need to go sit under people that can teach me how to be this wife that God has called me to be. It's part of the strategy. Are you working strategies? Because God gives you a purpose and a plan. You got to work the strategies. It's up to you. I believe God. Do you believe God? We believe God. Have a blessed day. We will see you on tomorrow, because we're so out of time. Y'all need to learn how to
Are
be
you
quiet.
coming on right behind here? Or are you waiting to noon?
Yes. Yes. No, I'm coming on right behind you. Right
Okay, then
behind you.
y'all go ahead and be ready to click on Reverend Pat, because she's coming up next. Have a blessed day.
Have a blessed one. Love you.